Nepal and India share an 1,800-kilometer border. However, Nepal has 107 border outposts at the moment. The government has decided to install additional security posts that came in response to the government's inability to settle the border dispute with India. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. High Court Patan upholds District Court's decision to keep Mahara in jail against his petition for a release. The former speaker to remain in jail until the court delivers a verdict. Disputes escalate within the ruling Nepal Communist Party as party leaders criticize the leadership for failing to consult with senior leaders prior to crucial decisions. Varun Beverage, the producer of cold drink Pepsi in Nepal, accused of evading 649 million rupees in taxes. Revenue Department demands for around 2 billion rupees in fines and penalties. And 3 people killed in India and thousands detained amid demonstrations against a controversial new citizenship law. Let's begin with the national political updates. Former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara is to remain in jail until a verdict on his trial is given at the Patan High Court. Yesterday upheld the decision of the Kathmandu District Court to keep him in judicial custody. A joint bench of Chief Justice Nakul Subedi and Judge Tek Narayan Kumar announced the verdict yesterday evening. The High Court stated the evidences found at the plaintiffs were against Mahara's claim of innocence. The police recovered alcohol bottles, Mahara's glasses, shoelaces at the victim Roshni Shahi's room. Likewise, Mahara's security guards officially stated the defendant had spent around 1.5 hours at Shahi's place at the time of the incident. On 4th of November, the Kathmandu District Court had ordered to keep the outgoing speaker in judicial custody until the final verdict was given. Mahara had appealed at the High Court, citing the order as unfair. Mahara faces 7.5 years in prison along with compensations to the victim. He had been arrested on 6th of October from his official residence in Balwatar. Mahara cannot further appeal against High Court's decision at the Supreme Court. The government has decided to install 114 additional border security outposts under the armed police force at the border regions. The decision comes following recent dispute with India after the southern neighbor published a new political map including 400 square kilometers of Nepal's land in the Kalapani region. Nepal shares 1,800 kilometers of its border with India. However, Nepal has only 107 border outposts at the moment. The government's decision to install additional security posts comes in response to the government's inability to settle the border dispute with India. Speaking at the weekly press conference yesterday, government spokesperson and Minister for Communications Gokul Baskota informed that the government took the decision on 16th of December.
सीमा क्षेत्रमा सशस्त्र प्रहरी बल नेपाल अन्तर्गत थप 114 वटा पीओपी बोर्डर आउटपोस्ट स्थापना गर्ने निर्णय गरिएको छ। अहिलेसम्म हाम्रो 107 वटा थियो र यसलाई अरु 114 वटा थपेपछि अब 221 वटा यो पीओपीहरु रहनेछन्।
The armed police force had urged the government for additional human resources and infrastructure at the border region 3 months ago, which added to mounting pressure on the government to increase the border security. It may be recalled that 2 of the parliamentary committees had directed the government to increase the number of border outposts in order to protect the geographical integrity of the country. The government has, however, yet to determine the locations for the border outposts and the actual number of human resources it will deploy. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Home Affairs has sought for a budget from the Finance Ministry. India has 1 border outpost in the interval of 3 kilometers, while Nepal has 1 border outpost at a distance of 17 kilometers. Disputes have emerged within the ruling Nepal Communist Party regarding the party leadership's decision to collaborate with Rashtriya Janata Party, Nepal, in Province 2 for the upcoming National Assembly elections. Speaking at the party's standing committee meeting that resumed for the 5th day yesterday, senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal sternly criticized the party leadership for forging a 2-point agreement with RJP Nepal regarding the National Assembly elections. Senior leader Nepal expressed reservations against the decision made by Nepal Communist Party chairman duo KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal to collaborate and share 2 seats each with RJP Nepal. The chairman duo had struck the agreement with RJP Nepal at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar on Wednesday. Senior leader Nepal is of the opinion that the leadership should consult the party and take into considerations rankings within the party before making such crucial decisions. Other leaders from the standing committee, including Bhim Rawal, Yuvraj Gyawali, Raghuji Panta, also expressed reservations against the party's decision at the meeting yesterday. Party spokesperson Naran Kaji Shrestha suggested the party and the government needed to be more serious regarding border dispute with India. Likewise, the standing committee member duo Astalakshmi Shakya and Pampa Busal urged the party to add 2 more female members at the party secretariat and raise the total to 15. Shakya and Busal also proposed for an amendment to the party statute to add the provision for vice chairperson at the provincial, district and local level committees. The standing committee meeting is to resume on Sunday. We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. In latest cases relating to tax fraud, the Revenue Department has filed a case against Varun Beverage Private Limited, the manufacturer of Pepsi soft drink, and 7 individuals, including the directors of the company at the Kathmandu District Court, alleging evasion of 649 million rupees in taxes. Based on a report by the Revenue Department, Varun Beverage Private Limited used fake VAT bills by registering a fake firm without making any purchases. The department, in its charge sheet, has accused the company and its former and incumbent directors for evading 649 million rupees between the fiscal years 2013-2014 and 2018-2019. The department has filed a case against the company and its former and incumbent directors Amit Gupta, Ravikant Tajpuria, Rohit Kohli, Praveen Agrawal, Binod Kumar Singh and Ashok Kumar, and has demanded for 2 billion rupees in damage and fines. The department has also demanded for 3 years imprisonment for each individual. The department has seized 1.6 billion rupees bank guarantee from the company, claiming that the investigation has proved that the company was involved in tax evasion. In the past 10 months, the department has filed similar cases against 69 companies and 55 individuals for alleged tax evasion worth around 6.7 billion rupees. Based on the department's report, 130 companies have used fake VAT bills to evade taxes worth over 12 billion rupees. And it's time now for the international update. Three people have died in India and thousands have been detained amid demonstrations against a controversial new citizenship law. A protest ban has been imposed in parts of Delhi and throughout the states of Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka. The new law offers citizenship to non-Muslim illegal immigrants from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Critics fear the law undermines India's secular constitution and say faith should not be the basis of citizenship. However, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has dismissed their concerns and said the opposition had been spreading lies. There have been days of protests against the law. India's Home Minister has called a crisis meeting to discuss the demonstrations. Tens of thousands of people took to the streets in cities across the country yesterday, despite the police order based on a severely restrictive law which prohibits more than 4 people from gathering in a place. 2 people died in the city of Mangalore after officers opened fire on demonstrators allegedly trying to set fire a police station. Commissioner Dr. P.S. Harsha told reporters that a curfew is in place in the city and that he was waiting for a post-mortem before announcing the cause of death for either men. Internet services have also been suspended in Mangalore for 48 hours. Another man also died in the city of Lucknow, where violent clashes between demonstrators and police earlier yesterday saw vehicles set ablaze. More than a dozen officers were injured and 112 people were reportedly detained in the city. We have more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. Welcome back. In our public voice segment, we had asked the locals in Argakanchi district what should be done to maintain good governance and transparency at the local levels. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
स्थानीय तहमा सुशासन कायम गर्न त हामी सबैबाट सबै तह र तबकाबाट हामी सबैले लाग्नुपर्छ, चाहे बच्चा होस्, चाहे वृद्ध होस्, चाहे युवा होस्। हामी मेरो जिम्मेवारी र मेरो कर्तव्य होइन भनेर हामी जिम्मेवारीबाट कहिले पनि पन्छिनु हुँदैन।
प्रतिपक्ष सत्तापक्ष जितेका अब भनौँ हारेका सबै मिलेर अनि विकास निर्माणका निम्ति उपभोक्तादेखि लिएर गएर समग्र विकासका निम्ति एकता भइयो भने सुशासन पक्कै कायम हुन्छ।
पक्ष विपक्षलाई हातेमालो लिएर हातेमालो गरेर लैजान सक्यौँ भने अवश्य सुशासन कायम होला।
स्थानीय निकाय नै इमानदार र चाहिँ कर्तव्यनिष्ठ हुनु जरुरी छ।
न्याय भन्ने यो हो, अन्याय भन्ने यो हो भन्ने कुराको चेतना जगाउने हो भने सुशासन कायम गर्न अत्यन्तै सजिलो पर्छ र जनताले चाहिँ सुशासनको चाहिँ महसुस पनि चाहिँ गर्नेछन्।
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public pulse.
And here's the question. What is the reason behind increasing use of fake VAT bills to evade taxes? Your options are A, result of weak monitoring, B, nexus with government officials, and C, habitual. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Defending champions Pokhara Paltan and Butwal Blasters are facing each other in today's first match of the Pokhara Premier League. The match, which will be played at the Pokhara Stadium, is scheduled to start at 9 this morning, just a few minutes from now. Butwal Blasters are playing their third match of the tournament today. Just yesterday, Butwal lost to Chitwan Rhinos by a huge margin of 119 runs. Butwal had defeated Kathmandu Golden Warriors in their first match in an exciting super over. Pokhara are also playing their third match of the tournament today after a win and a loss. Meanwhile, Dhangadi Blues will clash against undefeated Chitwan Rhinos in today's second match, which is scheduled to start at 12:45 this afternoon. And it's time for our special segment, Showbiz.
From Avengers Endgame to The Irishman and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 344 feature films from 2019 have been submitted for contention in the Best Picture Oscar race, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences revealed recently. According to Academy rules, films for consideration must have run for a minimum of 7 consecutive days in a movie theater in Los Angeles County by December 31st. A feature-length motion picture must have a running time of more than 40 minutes and been exhibited theatrically on 35mm or 70mm film or in a qualifying digital format. Any movie that has not first been released in theaters is not eligible in any Oscar category. The 92nd Academy Awards will take place on 9th of February 2020 at the Dolby Theatre at Hollywood and Highland in Hollywood. Nominations for all the categories are to be announced 13th of January 2020.
And now, before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. High Court Patan upholds District Court's decision to keep Krishna Bahadur Mahara in jail against his petition for a release. The former speaker to remain in jail until the court delivers a verdict. Disputes escalate within the ruling Nepal Communist Party as party leaders criticize the leadership for failing to consult with senior leaders prior to crucial decisions. Varun Beverage, the producer of cold drink Pepsi in Nepal, accused of evading 649 million rupees in taxes. Revenue Department demands for around 2 billion rupees in fines and penalty. And 3 people killed in India and thousands detained amid demonstrations against a controversial new citizenship law. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.